Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Rae. So coming out of Nigeria, recently the Nigerian Senate said that President Muhammadu Buhari should be going to Nigerian hospitals for treatment instead of seeking treatment abroad in places like the UK where he usually goes for treatment. They went on ahead to say that if any government official wants to go abroad for medical treatment, they should do that using their own money but not using public funds. So this came after the State House official presented the 2021 budget of the State House to the Nigerian Senate. This budget was 19.7 billion naira, of which 1.3 billion naira was meant for the State House clinic. I'm going to read for you an article from the Vanguard, which says the Senate yesterday warned State House officials against President Muhammadu Buhari's embarking on foreign trips for medical treatment. It said rather allow President Buhari to jet out to seek treatment abroad. The government and the State House officials should put the State House clinic in order for such purposes. The president's frequent treatment abroad has generated so much controversy in the polity each time he jetted out for medication. So the State House clinic is meant to be fully equipped and treat people, who are working around the president and the State House as well. But for some reason, they prefer to fly out to foreign countries to get treatment. The Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs, led by Senator Dajumala, gave the warning when the State House Permanent Secretary appeared before the committee to defend his 2021 budget estimates. Efforts made to get the president's reaction last night proved abortive, as the media office of the president kept sealed lips on this matter. A highly placed official of the president who did not want his name mentioned simply replied a thanks to the SMS message sent on his GSM for reaction on the Senate's position. But the Nigerian Medical Association described the issue as a political statement, saying though the Senate directive was desirable, it was yet to be seen how it would be enforced, since nothing was yet on ground to make it possible. The State House Permanent Secretary told the committee that of the 19.7 billion naira allocated to the State House in the 2021 budget, 13.1 billion naira is meant for the State House clinic. The senator on this response explained to the committee that he will approve this money for the State House clinic, the 1.3 billion naira, but Buhari and other top government officials should no longer be flown abroad for medical treatment. They should make use of this State House clinic since they're allocating a lot of money to it. Quote, our president is not the man to be taken out anytime anything happens to him or when he's sick. Instead, he should be treated in Nigeria because he's a busy man, so he can't be flying out of the country all the time for medical treatment. Quote, he must attend our clinic here and we must make sure we equip our hospital to the best of our ability so that any emergency will first be taken care of here before flying out if need arises. Reacting to this story, the president of the Nigerian Medical Association described the call by the Senate as a mere political statement. He also argued that even if the upper chamber meant its words, there was nothing on ground to convince Nigerians that those involved would comply. The president of the Nigerian Medical Association also described the statement as old news and told reporters on telephone that Nigerian doctors had been calling for it for a long time ago, but noted that the legislators have failed to come up with a law to back it up. It is just a political statement without the backing of a law. We are very sure and confident that the officials will not comply because there is nothing on ground to convince us that they will. He stated further that the Nigerian Medical Association was not totally against people seeking medical treatment abroad, adding that what it was emphasizing was that no government official should travel abroad for medical treatment using public funds. Quote, ideally, before any public official should embark on a medical trip outside the country, it must be reviewed and approved by the medical board because fundamentally, everybody has the right to seek medical treatment anywhere. what we are saying is that they should go with their own money, not government money. If we take a quick look at President Muhammadu Buhari's medical trip since he assumed office, he came to power on 29th of May 2015 and has been in power for 1,987 days as of today. So he has so far taken 170 days in medical trip, that is 5 months and some more days, which is 8.5% of his time in office so far has been spent on medical leave. So in Feb of 2016, he took a 6 days medical trip in the UK. And then in June of 2016, still took a 10-day medical trip in the UK. And then, but he would also go on and keep extending these trips. And then in 2017 of May, he took another 104 days a medical trip. Wow, that's about 3 months and a half, a medical trip in the UK. And then in May of 2018, he took another 4-day medical trip in the UK. But the thing about these medical trips is that they're quite costly for the government and the people, because when the president travels, he doesn't travel alone. He travels expensively, everything is so expensive around him because he's a president. So I see why the Senate is very, very concerned about his medical trips. And I think it should also be encouraging African leaders to concentrate a lot more on equipping their own hospitals. If this option of traveling abroad wasn't available, I believe they would pay more focus on equipping their own hospitals at home so that they are world class, and well equipped, and instead of misusing the funds, which happens sometimes. This is not only Nigeria. I believe in very many African countries, the rich or even government officials take their medical trips abroad, in different countries. So like a country like Uganda, India is the go-to place where to, do medical trips for those who can afford the money, because it's quite expensive to travel to such countries. But I think if they instead focused more on equipping the hospitals within the countries, because one, it would benefit everyone and all the citizens. And if this option of taking trips abroad wasn't there, if it was within the law, then I believe maybe healthcare services in some of these African countries would be much better, because these top government officials and rich people would know, in case I fall sick, I'll have to use this hospital at home. In case my child falls sick or my relative, I would have to use this hospital. So they would take it upon themselves to fully take care of the health system and make sure it is on point. But the fact that they have options, available for them because they do have the money, I believe that is one of the reasons why they are reluctant, But of course, with COVID around, traveling is quite restricted in many of these countries. So I believe they'll also get to appreciate, the importance of having good hospitals at home. Because if one of them falls sick, then it means they can't fly out to India or UK or the US. They have to be treated in their home countries. So I like this story because I think it is very, very important that African leaders, should develop their own services at home, especially healthcare or even anything else, instead of relying on services in other countries, Anyways, share your thoughts in the comment section and let us know what you think. Check out my YouTube channel at Rae Kembabazi, my Twitter and Instagram also at Rae Kembabazi, and see you on the next story.